What's up, agents, and welcome back to a vendor reset video for the 23rd of September 2025. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. I'll also include some arm patch keys down below in the description if you want some of them, but as always we're going to start off in the base of operations with a Henry. That's got status effects on, so pretty good. You could put skill haste or skill damage in here, and that's actually a pretty good one to pick up for a skill build. We have got a Walker Harris backpack here with crit chance on. Could be crit chance, crit damage if you're willing to keep creeping death, but maybe you're doing some kind of CC build with your St. Elmo or something like that. Again, we've got a China Light with skill damage and status effects on. Could put whatever talent you want on this and it would be a pretty good piece. The rest is garbage. Let's move on. Okay, at the clan vendor, we've got the new Achilles named rifle. If you want it with a rate of fire on, just change it to damage target out of cover, but to be honest I don't like it too much. But also a holster with headshot damage, Eclipse protocol set of gloves with status effects, and Umbra initiative knees with headshot on. Everything else though is not looking too good, unfortunately. This would pass the electric. You could change it to skill haste and status effects, that would be okay. The rest is garbage. Let's just move on. Countdown vendor has got an Ekim's long stick just like mine. Just change the accuracy to damage to target out of cover, and it will need a little bit of work on the marksman rifle damage. Everything else though is kind of trash, so we're just going to move straight on. At the theatre, we've got a stage left. If you want to pick it up, change this ability to damage to target out of cover. Little bit of work needed on the rifle damage, but it's not that great of a gun, to be perfectly honest. The Murakami gloves unfortunately have got skill damage on, but maybe if you go in all the way to the 3-piece bonus, that might be useful. Healer guard knees with Hasbro on, maybe for some kind of tank build. Only an 11% protection from elite, so 13 is the max, but if you do need some extra, they've got them here. Let's move on. Okay, at the castle, we've got a relic. It might as well be. Nobody uses this. We've got a military MK46 with reload speed. Unfortunately, I really like this gun, but you want it with crit chance or rate of fire, and then you can put whatever talent you want on it. Healer guard mask with armor regen and health. Could be armor regen and Hasbro maybe for a tank build. We've also got some other pieces this week available for that. Everything else though, just not worth it. I mean, the Badger Tough holster could be a headshot, maybe weapon handling if you're doing some kind of shotgun armor headshot build, but it's a stretch, so let's just move on. Campus vendor has got a forge if you want to pick it up. I prefer this to be for a tank build, so the status effects is really no use because I'd want to change the core attribute to blue, but if you want it, you could pick it up. We've got a double red bellstone, which is not something you get very often, but unfortunately it's weapon handling. This would have been amazing if it was crit chance, crit damage, meaning we'd had the option to change the core attribute, but it is what it is. This is awesome though for a pistol build, especially if you're going to be picking up the Tempest. Weapon handling, headshot damage. We get the 60% pistol damage here from the 3-piece bonus. It might be worth picking one of them up. I've already got one. Let's move on. DZ West has got a firm handshake, which is really well rolled. Everything that you want potentially. Crit chance, weapon damage. Pick one of these up. If you've got yourself some DZ credits, it's definitely going to be worth it. We've got some Negotiator's Dilemma gloves, tipping scale knees. We've also got a Jarl, but unfortunately it's in the DZ, so it costs credits. We can't even really use it for pieces. Everything else though is, as we thought, trash, so let's move on. Okay, so DZ East has got a new reliable if you want to pick it up. We've also got a hotshot mask, an ongoing directive holster, more Jarl, but unfortunately, like I said previously, it's going to cost us DZ credits and just a bunch of garbage, so let's just move on. Okay, DZ South has got a cookbook if you want it, but unfortunately, it's got crit damage on, means it's a bit of a mess, so let's just leave that one alone. We've got a measured assembly backpack, a Hunter's Fury chest piece, and the rest is, yeah, just not good at all. So let's just move on. Okay, we're at the Brooklyn vendor. not too much going on here. It seems to be pretty random, just like the Haven vendor. I'm going to scroll down just in case though, just in case anything catches your eyes, but it certainly doesn't for me, so let's just move on. Checking out the Haven vendor, there's a big show if you want it with crit chance already rolled on, so that's actually not too bad, not too much needed to be done there. Everything else though is either weird or trash, so we're just going to move straight on. Looking for Roy to save us. He's got a Vector SBR with damage target out of cover. Might be worth picking up. This is not a terrible SMG at all. The M249B is a great gun if you want to use measured. You could change the mag size to crit chance or rate of fire, but I'd much rather be able to just have to change the talent to whatever I like. Then we've got some Wyvern knees. These have got status effects on, so you could go status effects skill damage if you're speccing into the brand set bonuses. And same again with the China light mask. But overall, not a great week. Don't forget to check down below for codes for the DJ Tickle arm patch if you're after it. And share with me on my socials or the Discord any of my apparel if you just happen to be wearing it. Thanks for watching, agents, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.